everybody, and welcome to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week is Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is it that is up?
Oh, you know,
Dogs. Pasta dogs.
just hanging out. Try to get
Pops.
Chipotle ordered well before we started recording, and they didn't want that to happen. So my half-eaten burrito bowl is awaiting episode 1 of whatever show we're watching.
Longtime enemy of the show, Chipotle delivery.
Yeah.
Don't do
It's
it.
a real bummer. Real bummer. Like 30 minutes late. It's like, come on.
That's a pretty cold burrito.
It's pretty
A
egregious.
30-minute late burrito. Just a congealed mess.
Yeah, it hits the point where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to get food. And now I have to figure out an entire additional way to get food. Like,
Now I'm in survival mode.
I was already ordering the food because I didn't want to make the food that I have. Or, to be honest, I don't even know what food we do have. So,
Who knows if you have food at all?
yeah. That could have been, I could have starved to death, Chipotle. Thanks.
You got to put that in the notes. Like, please be sure to deliver on time. I might starve.
Yeah, I may starve if
I
you
may
don't.
starve. Life or death
I'm gonna-
situation here.
Let's make that the new, like, you know, when people were like, thanks, Obama. So now it's going to be, thanks, Chipotle.
I starved to death.
Let's get it back.
Seems pretty dark.
Don't let me starve. I'm going to start doing that when I order things. Please make sure to timely deliver this for fear that I may starve if it's not delivered when you say it will be.
If it's even a minute late.
I'll die. I'll be dead. Well, Joe, what's this podcast about? Listen,
What's this burrito pot about?
what are we doing here today?
We take a TV show and watch the first episode, then make some predictions, have some reactions, have some laughs. We watch the final episode, and then we judge the entire show just based on that first and last. Hence,
Right.
Yeah.
first and last.
Yeah,
And
and
judge
that's
it
where we got our
partially.
cleverly named podcast from.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
no
one and
one
only.
else has thought of that.
We are definitely the one and only first and last podcast hosted by me, you, and Jimmy.
Doing it for 200 episodes or something. I don't know how many we're at.
169 is
One-
this one.
169.
Nice.
right.
Kind of.
And it's Jimmy's show. You got a steamy pick for us today? Maybe
Listen.
burrito related?
Listen, what I do for the listeners of this show, I read almost an entire Thrillist, like 17 sexiest shows of all time. I put myself through that for you guys.
You almost read it?
Pals. I didn't quite finish it because here's the thing. I realized while reading it, we're not going to watch any of those shows because it's garbage and and I just don't have time for it. So I picked an entirely different show that was suggested to me by a listener.
Heyo.
Yeah. So
Hit us up at FNL Podcast, and you too can do show suggestions.
Yeah, and we'll do them like the next day. I'm pretty sure
We're
this
out of
happened
ideas.
yesterday. just treading water over here. No, so this was also on like a short list of mine and of shows that I saw a couple episodes of when it was on and it fell off. It's Orphan Black. Have you heard?
I've heard of it.
It was
I have
on
heard of it.
5
I
seasons.
feel like I've heard of this because of you. Because when you were apparently just kind of watching it, I feel like you told me about it.
I watched probably the first half or so of the first season, which they're only 10 episode seasons. But I was watching it when it was actually on, and I cannot say that about many shows in the last 10 years. So this show is 2013, I think it started. 5 seasons. But
Is
yeah,
this a
so
Netflix show?
it was a network show. It's a Canadian show.
It was originally on Space Canada.
Okay. I don't remember how I saw it. I think I saw it on like BBC America or something.
That is another original network it was on, BBC America. So you have seen it, Jimmy.
I think what happened was I think I was big into Doctor Who at the time and was seeing maybe this was on after it or I saw commercials for it or something, and so I tuned in once and was hooked. I think the main gal, can't remember her name. I'll have to, have all this in front of me later. But didn't want to spoil anything. But she's just amazing in it. It's very compelling.
Right, because the only thing I think I know about this show, which is what I think you told me, Jimmy, was that it's like one lady and she keeps being a different person. Or like there's multiples of her.
Yeah,
I said that
she's
really,
playing
really weird.
multiple characters, which in itself is a feat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does she know about all these like lookalikes in the world, or does she discover? I assume the show says that she discovers them, right? Episode 1 is like that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other and we're like, I know, you're me.
See, I never made it through the first season, so I don't think I ever learned what exactly happens. Which I'm sure, by the end of a, whatever kind of genre show this is, you probably wrap up a lot of stuff after that first season finale.
Yeah, there's at least some like evil cloning going on if I'm thinking this is correct, right? We could have aliens by the end.
Yeah,
I think we can assume that.
I'm vaguely aware of the same things that you've talked about. That it's a sci-fi type show, and there's something going on with like some sort of copies of the same lady. So if it's sci-fi, it's probably not just septuplets, it's probably clones or something, right?
It's Orphan Black : separated at birth.
What was it, like John and Kate plus 8 or whatever? I think it's just those kids were separated at birth. Yeah. And
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm expecting, is that maybe this was some sort of government experiment that made a bunch of clones, but they all have some sort of like crazy like super soldier skills that they're now discovering, and
one can only hope.
And yeah, they all like find out that they all exist, and now they're trying to take down the government or something.
Then they form the X-Men.
Yeah. Oh man. If by the end of this show it just turns out to be another Marvel show, I will just be done with
part
this
of the
pod.
universe.
That will be my brain will explode and I will be dead.
All right, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm excited. Man. Yeah, here's the deal. This is what happens. Main character, I'm reading that her name is Sarah, or maybe one of them. I don't know. But she walks in, wakes up in the morning. It's a little like early morning, get out of bed, brushing the teeth, making the coffee, or not making the coffee. Finds out she doesn't have coffee, goes to a coffee shop, orders something, looks over and is like, wait a minute, that's me, but I'm here. And then, they talk to each other for a second or whatever, or she tries to walk away, and then they run into each other again later that day, and then the mystery starts to unfurl, and that's the first episode.
The first episode is that they just keep accidentally running into each other?
I think they run into each other more than one time before they actually like talk. And then that becomes like the reason for them to talk to each other, and like help. One of them is getting help probably or something.
Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
sure that's
Perfect pilot. Perfect
sure that's
pilot.
exactly what happens.
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
go to
gotta
total-
show off. You gotta show off some sort of superpowers or something, right?
Mm.
Are
Can't
there
just be.
superpowers?
It can't just
I
be that
think
they
so.
look alike. Like it's got to be like, oh, we look alike. Oh, and like you can jump super high.
No, I don't think there's superpowers. I wouldn't bet on that.
Well,
I
maybe
feel
not
like if there's-
superpowers, but like
If there's superpowers, it's like one of the people is like, I'm a really good electrical engineer and I am a musician. Like those, like, you know, they're just savants maybe at regular human tasks.
yeah, yeah. Maybe not jumping super high, but like
Right.
very strong.
Maybe impenetrable skin and cannot die.
Like maybe not a superpower, but maybe can walk through a wall or two, depending on how thick it is.
So we nailed it.
Perfect.
Do you,
I don't really
I mean-
remember, but I remember thinking that this show, like, feeling like it was very, like, had kind of a dark mood to it. Like maybe a lot of it takes place at night or something. Maybe she's I was gonna say
She's
lady
Batman?
of the night, but I didn't mean it like that.
maybe she's a lady of the night.
Yeah, maybe she's Batwoman by night. Batgirl.
Ah.
Not a big DC guy.
We are going
Hosta Pals
clones.
would know that.
I think we're leaning towards clones, but what if they're all robots?
I like that. Bots?
That could be
Then you
fun.
can have superpowers.
Well, maybe before I give away all my predictions, we should just watch the first episode.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
Do you guys agree?
No.
All right. Oh, okay. Dang it.
Maybe cloned robots.
Clobots.
Isn't that just an assembly line?
That's just an everyday
just another
factory
robot, yeah.
setting.
In a way, every robot is a cloned robot besides the first robot in the line. All right.
Or it could
okay,
just be
well,
like coincidence. Could just be 7 women that look very similar. There's only
But not
there's
even-
only so many combinations of DNA you can put out there. Like you're gonna have repeats.
I mean, yeah, there's billions of
Gonna
us,
have
right?
repeats.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
At least 8 or 10 people look exactly like we do.
Weird.
And God
That'd
bless
be weird.
them. They're handsome gentlemen.
Oh, thanks, man. Okay, well let's watch this first episode. It's called Natural Selection, and it aired on March 30th of 2013. So we'll get into that, and we'll see you after we're done. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Orphan Black, which was called Natural Selection. Do you have a write-up, Jim?
I sure do. Seconds before we started rolling. Sarah Manning witnesses the death of a woman who looks exactly like her. She decides to escape her dramatic life and take the woman's identity for her own, but converting to a new life is harder than she expected. The end.
I mean, yeah, and then there was a lot of silly things that happened, I suppose. What is everyone's like initial thoughts?
I guess it does some silly. It's got some dark humor, maybe.
I just meant there's essentially just like shenanigans where another person, like, she's a cop all of a sudden, and then blah blah blah. Like there's just a bunch of like, and then.
There's a lot of twists.
Yeah.
I will say it is the opposite of what Josh said about it. She runs into a coffee shop, and then and antics ensue. This was, she is like on the train station, and a woman who turns out to look just like her immediately walks right in front of a train and dies, and it's very shocking. Like seconds into this show. And it kind of never really calms down from there.
Yeah, that was a great way to start off. Just like,
Oh.
because like even like going in knowing that there's gonna be some sort of weird like someone looks like you type of thing, like we kind of joked about a scenario where it's, oh yeah, she sees someone at a coffee shop that kind of looks like her, but yeah, to just have it be like, oh no, she sees a sad version of herself that throws herself in front of a train. Like, what a way to open a show.
Yeah. You think your life sucks?
Yeah. Be a cop, and then maybe you'll throw yourself in front of a train.
Yeah, be a cop who like shoots an unarmed person of color. That blew my mind too. That was part of the part of this first episode.
And it seemed, I don't know, did you guys think that it was like she did that because she thought that the cell phone the lady was holding was a gun because she was like on something?
I bet there's something up with that. Yeah.
Oh, that
like
you
drugs.
thought the cop was on drugs?
Yeah, the Elizabeth Childs lady. They thought, I think like when she was in her, it's hard to say, like when they were in Elizabeth's house talking to Elizabeth's boyfriend.
All right.
Right? Didn't he say
because,
like
Sarah single white femaled her lookalike
yeah.
and became her, and then
Just
totally
gonna-
had sex. A very what's the word I'm looking for? Explicit sex scene for whatever
Yeah.
network
BBC America,
this was
man.
on. Man, saw some butts.
Yeah.
a lot of yeah, that dude was walking around with his butt out for way longer after the sex was over too.
It was really an unintentional 69 episode, but it happened. It's gonna happen to you. But yeah, so I took that as when he said, "Are you on the meds?" I took that as she's been on meds since this happened.
No, he said
because of
something.
her-
He said something else besides that part.
Okay.
He definitely asked her like, yeah, if she was on her meds or whatever, and she's
Yeah.
like, no, and he's like, good, that means you're feeling stuff.
Yeah.
But he said there was something that made me think that, I don't know, that she was on drugs or something before.
Yeah, that
but
she was
maybe I just
abusing
completely
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
and
guess
there's a
that
part
makes sense.
too where Sarah's looking through when she's just like at Beth's house, just like looking at shit. She opens up her medicine cabinet and is just like, ooh, a little drugstore in here.
Yep. That's
Like,
true.
and we know that Sarah sells drugs, so Sarah knows her drugs.
Right. Yeah.
For a
she
second-
stole-
For a second, I thought that cocaine that Sarah had was from the Beth lady's purse.
Yeah. They had to throw in some lines to explain that quick, which I think she said. So right after, like scene number 2, after the death of her twin, she's just like in a pub, which actually, I assumed from the beginning this was in Britain somewhere. Is this just in Canada?
It's in New York.
No,
Is it New
yeah, it's
York?
it's Ontario.
Oh, is
according
it? They
to
were.
according to the license plates.
Oh yeah.
good
Sorry,
call.
she was in a train station that the train was like going to New York. I think at the
Okay.
beginning. So I just immediately went, oh, they're in New York. But then I do know, seeing that it was definitely not like American license plates.
Yeah, it's
any of the cars.
It dawned on me slowly because at the beginning, when you hear like British people talking, it was like, "Oh, this is in London," and then
Right.
when
Foggy
she mentioned
London
something
town.
about like $75,000, I was like, "Dollars?" And then there were
Right.
more like
And then it was
American
clearly
sounding
not.
accents. So I thought it was the United States, but then later I saw that it was
Yeah.
Canada.
That makes sense.
There was something about it that felt not quite American.
Yeah. So she's in a bar then. Not I guess it could still be a pub. Who knows?
Yeah.
With Felix, her like roommate, who's
That's
also
her-
British,
Her foster brother.
foster brother, and I think she says something about how she had stolen this cocaine from her boyfriend Victor then, because he takes a look at it, and she wants him to sell it and like get out of Dodge so that they can she can give money to her daughter who's now in foster care. So, it's a vicious cycle out there.
Mm-hmm.
Real world issues we're tackling.
And Victor, Joe. It's a Joe character call out this time.
Yeah, I was very
looks
happy to
familiar.
see Michael Mando from Better Call Saul plays Nacho
nice.
Varga on Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, hey, it's Nacho.
Yeah, and like pretty much the same guy on both shows too.
Yeah, he's kind of like a weird thug.
Yeah, sells drugs.
Cries a
He's a
little bit.
little. He's a little tougher and smart. I think he's a little smarter in Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
he
by
seems
much.
like kind of a dummy here in Orphan Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
and then
great.
throughout, like, yeah, he's super good in Better Call Saul. So him being in this show, and at least him being like original Girl Identity's friend, means I'm like, oh, I assume he's gonna actually stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like some of these people around, like the Beth lady, might not necessarily need to stick around.
I
Because
think he's probably gone after a season or two because I think Better Call Saul starts up 2015 or so, 2016
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, 2015 sounds right, and this is obviously 2013 when this show started. So, I mean,
Since we
whatever.
got him
He's not
there.
in my predictions, so I don't care if he sticks around or not. Him being around is fun, though. Did you notice that? So when she took out the money from the bank, when she stole all dead Beth's money, she found those birth certificates with all the people, and she ran into the one person. But you notice what their birthday was?
Well, like I thought one of them was April 1st, right?
They were all the same day.
Oh, okay.
They were all, weren't they? They were all 4/1/1984.
I don't think so, because Felix said all of these are within a month of your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless-
I thought the two that she saw were the same day.
Unless those ones are all the same and her birthday is a different day.
Yeah,
That would
'cause it was only-
could still make sense.
That could have been it then too. Yeah. I was just like, they put April Fool's Day is the day that they made these people's birthdays. And I was like, great. Do I have to wait 5 seasons for the biggest troll ever? Like, oh, it was a dream.
What's the biggest? What's the best fake birthday I could use? April Fool's Day.
12/25, Christmas Day.
Man.
So I noticed that because I wasn't originally like, because I wanted to see. I was like, their birthday's the same. I think the ones we saw, which were the 3, the German lady and like, were there 2 others? Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth Childs, whose identity she's now stolen, along with everything in her bank and safety deposit box. Which was another big thing was that she gets her keys. She steals the woman's bag, because and that's what I think kind of tipped her off in the very first scene, is that something weird is going on. The lady puts her bag down, takes her shoes off on the platform, takes her jacket off and folds it neatly on the ground, and then turns around, is the same person, walks into a train. So she grabs the bag, runs away, gets her keys, finds her apartment somehow, with her ID, and then finds out she's got 75,000 Canadian dollars, which I assume is billions and billions in U.S. dollars, and somehow convinces the bank to give her all of that within 24 hours, which...
I mean, Jimmy, I've worked at a bank before, and she was only trying to take out $75,000, and that guy was like, "We don't carry that much cash," and I'm like, "That's like a literal like house bricks size worth of cash. Like you have that, you definitely do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that much money. I mean,
It's
it
really
is
not,
a
yeah.
ton of money for
Yeah.
me, but it's like as far as like housing it in a bank, just a regular bank, that isn't that much."
Sure, but there's still some paperwork you got to do. That's going to throw some red flags up.
Yeah, they filled out a SAR, I'm sure.
But so she did that. Then she leaves the bank and gets picked up by a detective, and she's freaking out, and he's like telling her to get in the car, and she's like, no, I'm good. And then forces her in the car, and then
that, by the way,
that's when she finds out.
That
What?
did not fool me at all into thinking that she was about to get arrested. I was like, oh yeah, the other lady knows him for sure. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you guys like think that was like, oh no, she might get arrested?
No, I for sure thought it was like she's in the middle of something. I guess I thought it was some sort of crime or something, or like they were about to go on a heist or something.
Yeah, I definitely didn't assume it was her police partner.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
No. Yeah, she kind of works that out with us, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Are you ready?" And everyone watching and along with her is like, "No, you're not ready." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, totally ready." And then it turns out that she killed a person who was just holding a cell phone, and she shot her. So then to not go through with whatever hearing that was going to be about, which was not going to be good for her, she drank a ton of soap from a
Just
bathroom.
in the bathroom. Yeah.
Just like
what do you
a
think?
champ.
Her throw up might smell nice.
Yeah, probably
Like,
pretty good.
Yeah. Suspiciously like fragrant, like barf.
like, yeah, just oozy, weird, like,
Yeah.
why does it smell like lavender?
Like she just barfs on the table, and immediately they're like, "Oh, gross!" But then they're like, "Wait a second, why does that smell good?"
Does the inside of your body have like a self-cleaning mechanism? What is it? I see suds.
Is that Trader Joe's? That's my scent. That's my brand. Yeah. So then anyway, then
And
she gets
someone
out of
walks
that.
in from the bathroom and they're like, "Oh, the bathroom is all out of soap." I just refilled this morning.
As she burps and bubbles come out.
Oh man. And even at that point, she still doesn't really know what's going on. She doesn't
Yeah.
find out. So she's like forced to go see like a therapist, and through the therapist, she kind of works out what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's
she goes
kind
back
of like, she's kind of like, "I don't know what happened. Why don't you tell me?" Huh?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of one of those.
Yeah, exactly. So then she gets back to this new life apartment, Beth Child's apartment, and then her boyfriend, the twins' boyfriend, comes home early and finds her in her underwear, and then basically to shut him up, has a steamy scene in the kitchen, right
Because
on
he's
the
getting
island.
suspicious. Like he's someone who clearly knows her intimately and is like, "Something's different. Like your hair is different." And she's like, "I got a cut," and he's like, "It's longer."
Kind of a giveaway.
And she's like, No. I've just been shrinking. The hair has stayed the same."
You're wearing clothes that aren't yours. Luckily, though, if you're a woman, apparently you can just take all your clothes off and then no questions asked.
I mean, 10 out of 10 times, I bet that works. So
I mean, like Jimmy's wearing a shirt right now that I've never seen. And your
yeah,
hair-
but
your hair does. Now he's trying to seduce me over Zoom.
I saw Jimmy's nip just now. Everybody,
You didn't get any nip.
there was nip.
You wish.
I mean, so yeah, she gets all the money from her doppelganger, and then she was gonna. Apparently, what was her goal to then grab her daughter that she like left there for a year, and then like run off and live happily ever after? That was kind of the goal.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like to me, is get some sort of sum of money, because it seems like they had this plan even before the whole doppelganger thing. But like, we'll sell enough
They
drugs.
were gonna do it with the drugs, yeah.
Yeah, we'll sell enough drugs to have a sum of money that we could just run away with. Like me, you, Felix, and we'll take the girl, and we'll just like start a new life somewhere. Which I don't know how they intend to get the daughter back, because if she's in some sort of foster care, I guess that hasn't been explained what's going on there. But it seems like you can't just walk away with the little girl.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's all messed up because of a sniper.
Yeah.
'Cause- Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, so then all this is going on. Felix is declaring the dead body to be, in fact, Sarah and not Elizabeth Childs. So effectively killing herself off and her identity. So then Victor, boyfriend, thug, drug dealer, starts freaking out, and then insists that they have some sort of service. So then Felix is gonna put on this little service with just local people and not tell like anybody that Sarah actually knows, and including her daughter. But then somehow the like foster care lady, Mrs. S, I think she was they were calling her,
S.
shows up to this like riverside bonfire wake with the daughter.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be a great foster parent if that's how you're gonna do it.
Yeah, like we're just gonna show up.
Why do you have custody of a child? But so and all the while Sarah's across the river watching this unfold, and then gets in the car, which is really Elizabeth's car, to go, I guess, over there. I don't know what her plan was, to go like across the river and try to get her daughter or something. But a Russian version of her, another twin named Katya, or not Russian, German, right?
Yeah, she was born in Berlin, but she definitely has like a Russian accent.
Yeah, the accent wasn't selling me that on German necessarily, but maybe if the character had lasted more than 5 seconds, we would have heard that.
Yeah, didn't
accent.
expect that character to die that fast.
I didn't even expect to see that character in this episode. You know?
Yeah, I think they would draw that out a little bit. But she got in the car and was like, "I need your help," and is like clearly sick. She's like coughing up blood and is like, "I need to see your scientist friend." So this Beth Childs lady was clearly into a lot of shit, more than what was going on. She's got tons of money in the bank. She's got like birth certificates of people who look like her, and now this German woman is shot in the head, and then Sarah barely makes it out alive, and then the German woman's phone starts ringing in the back seat, and she's like hearing it, looking over her shoulder, and it stops ringing, and then her own phone starts ringing. I believe it might have been
it was
Beth.
Beth's phone, because
Okay.
Beth had 2 phones in her purse,
Oh, got it.
and the same the phone in Beth's purse that had like a pink wrapper around it.
Like
The
a
Katya
phone
late
case?
girl,
You call your phone case a wrapper?
I called her phone case a wrapper. But then the other girl had the exact same phone case,
Okay.
the pink one. So they had pretty cute matching pink phones. So obviously they were in it together or something.
Somewhere they've got these twinsies phones.
I bet Beth was helping somebody kill people that looked like her. That's why she's sad. For some unknown secret organization unknown to the government.
No, so you think the Katya thing was like a setup?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so like as far as like liking this show, I think I'm really in to like the spectacle of it right now. You know, like, oh, that was crazy, everything was weird, but I mean, if like in the second episode they killed the girl that was supposed to be Sarah and they just made a different girl be the person, you know, if they kind of like actually technically switched off who the people were, but it was just still the same actress, I don't think I really care yet, because I don't care about Sarah yet. I don't think this pilot made me care about her. I think it made me care about what was happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm assuming that we're going to be following Sarah.
Yeah, I would assume so too.
At least that's what my predictions would say.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you. I just was like trying to, somehow say that, I'm
But
just like, I
hear what
care
you're
about the
saying.
story, but not
I hear what you're
the
saying.
individual.
And I didn't have any because that the whole Katya thing. So Katya, obviously, I don't know that we said it, but she also looks exactly the same as these gals. She's got some red crazy hair going on, but her face is the same character,
Same face.
not character, actress. But so she's coughing up stuff, which led me to think she's some like lab rat, and now these, the DNA is falling apart, kind of a thing.
They grew the clone too fast.
Yeah. She's a pod person. She's actually only 3 years old. There's, that old trope.
Yeah.
Now it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I'm assuming most of our predictions are probably going to point towards where we think this is leading towards. Is that where you guys are at?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Should we get into it? Because we might talk about it a little bit as we do these predictions. Does anyone want to go first?
I can go.
Okay. Do it.
My first one is that Felix, her foster brother, who's kind of helping her through the stuff. I think Felix is like doing absolutely fine, like maybe even thriving. I think for the sake of like chalking this up as a prediction, I think Felix is just like not in any danger, and he's like successful and doing great.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, is your prediction that he's just like doing all right?
No, like not just doing all right. Like he's happy and not in danger, and not sad for anything. He's just doing great.
Okay.
Because I think
Living
that
his life.
I think Sarah has probably a lot going on and is the opposite of fine.
She's kind of an F up in this show.
So I think the Sarah, or like all of the twinsy characters, is played by Tatiana Maslany. And my second prediction is that she plays a villain by the finale here. I think there's some sort of bad version of Sarah Beth.
It's like a version of her with like a eye patch and a cape.
Yeah.
And it's like, haha.
Yep.
If this turns into a DC superhero show, that's exactly what'll happen. It's just
just the bad version of the hero.
It's just the bad version of the hero every time.
Yeah. And then I think that there's some sort of switcheroo where we think that Sarah had died, but it was really like a different clone, and Sarah's actually fine. I think that happens by the end of this finale. And then we hadn't really talked much about Arthur Bell, her partner in the police force.
Beth's partner.
Yeah, Beth's partner. So I think he's probably going to be a big part of this show because he's like the police connection. And I think Arthur kills someone in the finale.
Ooh.
Not a prediction, but I don't think he's in the finale.
Okay.
I can see it.
I feel like they could potentially at least, I think they might move on to different story arcs, not maybe per season, but I think there'll be enough of a change between now and that maybe only the person originally known as Sarah kind of remains, and maybe Felix and Victor, but probably not Victor.
Yeah, I think probably not Victor.
I'll go. I think there is a secret organization unknown to the government involved. Like SHIELD or Hydra for the Jimmies out there.
Like unknown to the government, like the government doesn't even know about this.
Right. They're like almost like a secret society organization or something.
Okay.
All right.
That's probably like behind this. I also then think that Sarah wakes up like a bunch of sleeping clones. Like that's kind of the end where she like releases the clones that this organization has because that's how she topples them or something. I don't know. I don't think there's like thousands, but maybe
like
a
humane society, just like
maybe
dog
like
cages full of Sarahs.
Yeah, maybe there's like 100+ of them.
Okay, that was my question. Was like, what's the scale? Is it like there's 7 or like hundreds of them?
There's a gymnasium full of tubes, and they're all the same girl, and she wakes them all up, and then she lets them go.
Oh,
okay,
freeze them.
That's probably a couple hundred tubes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe.
All right.
But I mean, depending how it's not just tubes. You got
Yeah.
the mechanic stuff around the tubes, keeping them alive or growing them or whatever the hell you do with clones. I don't know.
You think when they walk out, you think they split up or do they stick together?
No, they high five. They high five and walk the separate ways.
Just a herd of Sarah.
And then we're getting
Just
into
grazing the fields.
and then I get into my less serious predictions. I guess hopefully there's a villain, like Joe said, because my prediction is I think there's one doppelganger that has an eye patch.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So one of the Sarahs wears an eye patch.
Could be
Yeah.
both of our predictions in one there.
I would hope so. And then I hope if there is a villain or if anyone needs to travel, they travel by blimp because there's going to be a blimp in this episode.
Nice.
We're due for a blimp.
We're due. Those
Was
are my.
Was that
Those are it.
5?
That was 4.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if blimp was just a tacked on.
Nah, blimp was my 4th.
That's a real
Has its own spot.
That's serious. Okay, my number 1 is I think Sarah is reunited with her daughter at this point. Maybe we've time jumped and she just also looks just like Sarah. Maybe she's actually a clone too and she doesn't even know. But she's reunited.
I'm into daughter being clone. I'm into that.
I like that came out of my mouth like as I was thinking it. I don't that wasn't part of the prediction, but I really hope that that's true. Then I think Felix is definitely dead or gone. But I think probably dead. I think there is a showdown with scientists of some kind at the end. Some evil scientists.
Like Sarah versus science?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Is like Sarah and like Donald Trump on one side and scientists on the other side.
And she's like, "You're really experimenting with pain today." Pow, 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 guns.
Yeah, hopefully puns and
Writes
guns.
itself.
Prove this hypothesis.
Oh man. And then I think Sarah dies.
Oh, okay. How will
Sarah
we know
and
if it's the
Felix.
real Sarah? Yeah.
Oh, we'll know. She'll say
Well-
it's something like bloody hell or something.
Oh, blimey.
Oh,
Wait, that would be Australian, right? That's an Australian thing.
you're a
Crikey.
right twat. You are.
Whoa, that's explicit.
They say it in
Kid
England.
friendly.
They say stuff like
It's
that.
a family pod.
No, it's not. We've never claimed that. All right. Well, hey, let's watch the last episode. What's it called? It's called To Right the Wrongs of Many. Maybe the Many is the secret organization. Let's hope so. This last episode, Season 5, Episode 10, came out August 12th, 2017. We'll see you after we're done with that. All right, we are back from the world's longest awkward birth simulator, the finale to Orphan Black, called To Right the Wrongs of Many. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
I do, but I just want to say, in fairness, it was twins, so twice the length.
Just a
of
lady
birth.
squatting in a basement, and they were just like playing nice music and birth. It's like, all right, come on, we can just cut this.
Speed it up. Okay. Now in labor, Helena is forced to hunker down in the basement of Old Dyad.
Hunker down?
That's what she did. She was hunkered. I don't know how else you say that. She's on her haunches. Anyway, she's delivering babies. We've said it. It's been said. It's a cage match for survival as Sarah and Art struggle to protect her in a desperate last stand against Neolution. Like revolution, but it's new.
Is that the name of a unknown society?
Neolution. I think it's maybe some sort of scientific organization.
Unknown to the government, potentially?
I mean, I don't know.
Keep going. Sorry.
That's literally what the end of that was. But,
okay.
But spoiler, they win, and then it's basically just all the known clones and their like families now living their lives
Together.
Yeah, together in some area that must be important. And then the nerdy science one with the glasses and cornrows, who's like apparently come up with some cure for how these ladies get sick. The Lidas, they're called. I don't know.
Yeah, LEDA.
Yeah, is that
At least in the
acronym?
subtitles? Yeah, in the subtitles it looked like an acronym, LEDA.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know what it stood for, but I looked up. I needed to know like what the clones, how they came to be. So
Okay. Yeah, so Westmoreland, some old crazy like scientist guy has come up with these ladies. We
so
don't know.
so was Westmoreland. That's also one word. I see.
Yeah, it's
so it must-
a last name.
He was. I listed him as where did old evil bald Mr. Monopoly Man
On
got
meth,
killed by Sarah.
by the way.
He was like not like a comic book villain as in like DC like Marvel super like cinematic universe bad guys. He was a comic book villain and like, do you think I'm that old? We must take the baby. Like that's he
Like a newspaper comic strip villain.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it-
he was like trying to abduct Steamboat Willie. Like
He was potentially an animated character.
he was a Saturday morning cartoon villain
yeah.
is what I felt he was.
And Sarah killed him.
Sure did.
What else? We find out that Helena, who's the one who's giving birth, she's a twin of Sarah. Not a clone. Well, they're all clones, but these guys were born actually twins, so they all look alike, but these one were actually born from the same womb, I guess. So that's interesting.
Interesting. Oh, okay. So I looked up what Project Leda was, or what the thing, and it just seems like those, like the group of scientists or whoever was behind it, just in vitro fertilized women around the world with like these babies.
Just for some reason, it's
I
definitely
didn't really get it.
evil.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
definitely
really-
some
I
sort
didn't
of
really-
evil thing because they're like
Yeah, yeah.
they're very clearly doing something wrong, and they've got like dirty cops at the beginning. You see Art is like, trying to fight them with Sarah, and he hits his own partner over the back of the head. It's like, you're a crappy partner because you're a dirty cop.
Yeah, her name was Inger.
Inger's in league with the evil scientists, I guess.
Neo-Evolution is a progressive scientific organization marked by genetic meddling and physical alterations, among other scientific developments, set on self-directed evolution.
That's
Yeah,
the
so-
evil corporation that's
Yeah,
doing this? Okay.
this
Are you
evil
on their
scientific
website?
organization. No, I'm on Orphan Black Wiki.
Nice. Yeah, so Westmoreland, evil big bad, I guess. He kept calling Sarah and Helena mutations. So like
Mhm.
they must be somehow slightly different than the other ones, maybe? I don't know.
hmm Yeah, something special. Can walk through walls.
Yeah, jump real high.
hmm
Yeah, they all belong to Clone Club. Apparently, that's what the smart like braid haired lady called it.
Hashtag
All
Clone
the-
Club.
Clone Club. The first rule of Clone Club is you don't talk about Clone Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then they go back and they're like, all of a sudden everything's cool and they're throwing a baby shower. Like, baby birthing scene ends after all this craziness, and then it's just baby shower. And like there's a little bit of drama, but
and so like we kind of meet the like the known members of like their clone sisters, right? Because it's Sarah, who we know from the pilot, and then Helena, who is like Ukrainian and was the one having the babies in the warehouse. And then there's Allison, who kind of just gives off the vibe of just like your typical like suburban Karen. She definitely had like a Karen haircut, but like plus some like purple streaks.
Yeah, just a suburban mom.
Yeah. And then I forget the name of the scientist, but we talked about her.
I don't know if we even heard it. But
And then that's 4 of them. Was that it?
and then there was Rachel, who at the very end, so during the whole party shower thing, Felix is there and he's like checking out the door and checking out the window, watching for someone, and finally like night, he gets into someone's car outside and it's Rachel, another clone, or another, I guess I'm assuming clone. But she
Rachel has
like
a glass eye and no friends, according to her own mouth.
Yeah, a glass eye, and it seems like she's fallen from some sort of, like, she was very wealthy, and now Felix says she's like part of the 99% or whatever. So fallen from grace of somehow. And then she's got intel of the Neolution, and she gives Felix a full list of all of the 270 some clones around the world with all their info. And then nerdy cornrows glasses clone is gonna go around with her girlfriend, curing all of them.
Because they're
Happy ending.
They don't really explain it, but we're kind of get the vibe that there's some sort of disease that crops up.
Yeah, when they cut to like the science room where the scientist clone was, she like said it really quickly. Like she said like the clone disease or something like that, or it was written on the thing. So
Clonevid-19.
Yeah. And then going around.
nailed it. And good night. We don't even need to do. We're done.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Clovid.
Oh boy. I did note though, like, so at the beginning of this episode they were like trapped in a building with like evil Monopoly man, like scientist, and just like super bloody other scientist lady and thugs. They do all this. They like kill all the bad guys, have a way too long of a birthing session, and then it cuts, and I'm like, okay, clearly all the bad guys are dead. Clearly the kids are good and like everything's fine. And there was still 24 minutes left.
Yeah,
of the show.
I definitely checked my phone to see like how much time was left in the episode.
And I will say, they didn't need 24 minutes. I don't think. I think, but like, maybe they did.
They gotta tell you how they're curing all the people and whatever.
I guess like maybe Joe thought last week when we watched Supernatural, maybe Joe didn't think they needed like 22 minutes to like kill Dean, make Sat, like, you know, and deal with just like them moving on. But like, I guess me watching it, I was like, yep, loved it. It was great. So it probably is just based on that. But I thought it dragged a little bit, at least. It didn't seem as like important.
Yeah, it was kind of felt like they, with a lot of shows we get like the big finale in the penultimate episode, and then the finale is actually just like the epilogue stuff. Kind of felt like they just split this one in two, and it's just like first half, big conclusion, and then second half, just like the epilogue. Which, like, I kind of get. I mean, it seems like all this stuff in that epilogue section mattered. Like, there was a thing about, what's her name? Sarah, and, like, taking her family to go, like, live somewhere else, and the other sisters are upset about that. Something about Sarah taking a test, but, like, she skipped the test.
I think it was getting her GED is what she was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then them like supporting each other through that about like being scared of failure. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seems like when you have a show finale, I feel like if I was watching this show, I'd rather spend the time and kind of chill with it rather than just abruptly get out of there. I'd rather have a too long ending than a too short ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that's like me saying that as like a person not having watched this show. Maybe what you ask for isn't really what you want. Maybe like a concise ending really does set off a show pretty well.
Maybe I understand that it like probably was good for the people who had watched the show, but I think just the dichotomy of the episode of it being so like crazy action at the beginning and then like really slowing down, like maybe just the percentages of what those things were within the 45 minutes was like a little off. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's straight up like half and half. It was act 1, act 2. Here we go.
Yeah, and maybe I want, if you're gonna make it more actiony, because that means obviously the show is more actiony then kind of thing. I don't know if you're, maybe I wanted 60-40 more than 50-50 or something like that. Just a little bit more action. Because why didn't you could have just finished the excitement in the penultimate and then kind of done the slow, sappy stuff that all the viewers love in the last episode. You know? It just didn't seem like either one of them had time to shine, maybe?
Maybe. I think, too, it's probably a different beast when you just have 10 episodes a season, too. You gotta get through some stuff.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's also possible they just didn't have time, you know?
Yeah. It is interesting, though, that, like you said at the beginning of this, that once the bad guys were all dead and then they cut to the next thing, like, you were certain that there wasn't like another bad thing gonna happen. Like, I don't know how they did that, but like I had the same feeling too. I was just like, this is over. Like,
yeah, like, I mean, obviously we didn't know if there was like a third bad guy or something that we like. There was no way for us to know, but I knew. Yeah, I was like, yeah, everything's safe. We're fine. 24 minutes.
Even
still?
like the weird stuff going on with Felix, I was like, no, Felix is fine. Like, I'm sure he's just like ordering a pizza.
Yeah, literally he got it. Yeah, he got into a car with like a looked like an evil version of Sarah, and I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, I don't know how I knew that. It just made sense. So I mean, hey, they did a good job there, right? You know, they definitely did a good job of going. Well, danger's over.
Yeah.
I guess it felt like it kept moving for me, but I think I was, because at that point, once it was just all the sisters or clones or what have you, I was just fixated on like how different they were able to make each of those characters. Like, and I think that's what drew me to this show to begin with, even though it clearly didn't hold my attention. But like, just the fact that like you can just, if you didn't really think about it at all, you would not really think about that. It's clearly Tatiana however you say her name, like acting all of this, you know.
Yeah, I think I was kind of distracted by that in that second half. Is just I kept thinking about like, man, this is an entire scene of like just her,
just this lady,
but playing 4 different characters and like talking to each other. Like, so they had to shoot this like 8 different ways, and like
Yeah.
do they shoot all of one character for like a week and then go back and do another character the next week? Like,
I don't know. I did read that the only thing I read about how they filmed that was that there was another actress there like the whole time who always played
the
the
body double.
opposite characters. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah, they
talked
made
it up a lot.
it. I feel like they had to have done. They did something like that. I figured because you got to be just such a good actor to be able to act to nothing.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
And so it's just easier for another human to be there, even if they're just like, I'm not really acting. I'm just saying the lines, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all going to get cut later, but at least I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that person the whole time? I mean, it's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
You're doing
no one
a
ever
lot
sees
of
your
work,
face.
and no one knows who you are. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're like, well, I wasn't good enough to be in the show, but I am in the show, Still probably a pretty solid paying gig, so.
Mm-hmm.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, me too. Gosh, what's
wonder-
everyone's...
I was gonna say,
sorry,
I wonder
go,
what
Joe.
the real Tatiana is like. Like, I assume, for some reason, I still assume that she's British, but I have no idea.
I think she's Canadian.
Hmm.
Let's see. Although her
Canadian
name's
actress.
Tatiana.
Yeah, she's Canadian.
Saskatchewan. But
Okay.
she's got some accents down.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I always feel like it's so much easier for a British person to do a bunch of different voices of everybody else, and then once you don't have a British accent, I feel like repeating that must be impossible. I don't.
Vice versa. It's more. It seems more difficult.
It does seem more difficult. What I was getting at before was I was just wondering what everyone's then actual thoughts about the show as a whole. Of how do you think about going back to this?
I thought the pilot was really good. I was really engaged with that. Moved along pretty quick, and again, the first scene is like a lady walking into a train. So like, it's off to the races right away. So yeah, definitely engaged by the first episode. And like they don't give you a whole lot of what's going on, just that like, hey, there's something going on, and like there's a few of these characters that look exactly the same. You figure it's clones or something, but you don't really know what, but you just have enough to like know that it's this is going to be explored. So yeah, I'm totally into that. Like that's if this was a show that I had seen for the first time and it was like live, like I might be like, oh, okay, let's see what's going on with this next week. Let's see where this goes. The finale, from what I could tell of it, it seemed like it, wrapped everything up pretty well. I like the idea of that, like one of them is going around the world to track down all the rest of these and, cure them or whatever. I like the idea that there's much more going on beyond just like these 4 or 5 that we've seen, that they're literally all over the world.
That's cool.
To piggyback off that, I was thinking kind of what even after the finale, I'm thinking the same thing about this show, is that I think I care more about like the global conspiracy and the shenanigans that are potentially happening behind like the clones or what's going on with these people more than I care if like Sarah is like, I mean, if she's the vessel to tell me the story, then that's cool. Yeah. But I feel like I could see myself falling off. If I started the show, I could see myself falling off, especially if it was not just all on Amazon Prime where I could just binge it. I was falling off unless they consistently are throwing me lost like questions for me to be like, oh my God, what? There's a clone and she's a lizard too? What's going on?
Now?
Yeah, right. There's a smoke monster clone. This is nuts. It doesn't have to be that crazy, but I mean, obviously, when you have like Mr. Westworld or whatever his name was, that's like, ooh, I'm going to steal your babies and then make more. Like, It's like, okay, now I need to know what's going on with that guy.
Mhm.
You get me for one more episode, but I could see like once if that goes down a little bit, season 2, like the season 2 slump or something, I'd be like, nah, I fell off and
Yeah.
I'm done.
A lot of this is gonna hinge on the performance of that lead actress. If you get a lead actress
Mhm.
that sucks, like you're pretty much stuck.
Right. Well, and I mean, even in these
Yeah.
2 episodes, like I don't think she sucks. I think she's pretty
Mhm.
good at this. So
Yeah, it's like very different from character to character and not in like a silly way.
Yeah. I think
no,
she's great.
her parts weren't silly.
Mhm.
Just that one dude.
I think she's great. I think they did a great job of like making them look the part. So each character is like you're not like drawn to that they all kind of look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I just get the feeling that like each season of this show is going to be like a tight story arc that just gets bonkers right up until the end and leaves you on your edge, and I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it stays bonkers, I think it could hold me. But if the minute it stops being bonkers, I think I'm out.
I think
That's
this
what I'm
show's going
saying.
to be bonkers. Right up until
Better
this
be.
very last like 20 minutes that we just watched.
Yeah, the only part that's not bonkers is the last 24 minutes.
There's going to
of the
be
finale.
some family time drama with Sarah trying to get Kira and back and forth with that. But like other than that, there's a lot going on here.
There's a lot to figure out. Yeah.
I loved how the pilot ended, where she like just picks up the ringing, dead Beth child's phone, and then credits roll. So you have no idea who's on the other end of that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely ready for episode 2 with that one for sure. Okay. Predictions? See how we did?
Oh, we did those.
Joe, did you do really good?
Yeah, I could go. So yeah, first prediction that Felix is doing fine and thriving even. When he comes in, he looks great, and Sarah asks him like, "How was your big opening? How was your big New York City opening?" And I don't know what that is. Like, was he opening a restaurant or something? But like, the only thing that indicates to me is that he's like doing great and like successful.
That's yeah. That's all that line was meant for you to believe.
Yeah.
That
It
was just to cover Joe's prediction. They threw that line in.
Joe.
Yeah, it would have only been better if he was like, actually, it went great. I'm thriving even. So I think that's a solid point. I had that Tatiana plays a villain, which there's some sinisterness to that Rachel at the end, but I don't know that counts as a villain.
Yeah, I would say it's possible that she was at least like not a trustworthy clone for time,
Mm-hmm.
but at least now she's like, I want to do good, and they don't accept me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough one because like she probably is because she's not part of the gang, and if she wasn't a villain, she'd probably be part of the gang, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also inconclusive.
Inconclusive. Yeah, I don't think conclusively a villain. I also had that we think that Sarah died, but someone else really died. She wasn't ever really in danger of dying. And then I have that Arthur kills someone, which I don't think he does. He like knocked out that one cop, but I don't think he killed anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He helped kill that like Asian doctor lady.
I mean,
But
he didn't.
Technically, he didn't kill her.
He let her die. Helena
He didn't
stabbed her
save
with
her.
a screwdriver in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
He pointed her gun at her to make sure she stayed dead. But
He's seen Scream. He knows the killer always comes back.
So 1 point then.
All right,
Better than
Nice.
0.
better than 0. I marked it as me, but hold on. Okay, there we go. So my first one was there's a secret organization unknown to the government. And Neo-Evolution is a scientific organization, but there's like I was reading, there's like a corporation called like the Dyad or whatever, and they're a regular like corp. And
Not like a
I
secret.
think
Yeah, that was in the
what I'm
description.
saying is they're not like a secret Spectre organization like I
This
was.
is
yeah,
an LLC. They
Yeah,
they're on
yeah,
the
people
books.
people know that they exist, and they just like think they're like kind of a little too out there science group, basically.
Sure.
Second one is I thought Sarah wakes up a bunch of sleeping clones. There was no clones in jars or tubes or anything. There just was apparently 274 other ones or something flying around the world. So
They're just out there.
that's not true. One doppelganger has an eye patch. There was an eye patch wearing one of them in the
Like the last
previously
time,
on. Huh?
I give you a partial credit because in the actual episode she had a glass eye, but in the next on, I give you half.
Yeah, I'd give it
All right,
half.
I'll take it. 0.5. And then unfortunately, once again, no blimp. So
No.
we'll get there. I'll pick a show that's about blimps if I have to.
That might be the only way you ever get that point.
They're just like for some reason no blimps in the first or last.
Ugh. Show's called Blimpity Blimp McBlimp Face, and it's not.
Ugh.
All right, what do you got, Jimmy?
I hope that's just like the last episode of this podcast. Okay, I have Sarah is reunited with daughter, and she was.
Mm-hmm.
She was not. Time didn't go as far forward as I thought that it might in this. She was still a small child. Felix, definitely dead or gone. He was definitely not. He was
Totally fine.
30, flirty, and thriving, as Joe said. Showdown with scientists.
I mean, they were an evil science organization. That was definitely a showdown with scientists.
Okay then. I had for that one I had visions of another show that we did, but I can't think of what it was. Was it like
Doogie Howser?
was it that like Limitless show? The like Bradley Cooper one?
I don't remember how that ended.
I mean, it was like some science people that made
Anyway.
the pill.
I just assumed this show's got to end, so that's how it's going down. And then I had Sarah dies, so she lives on. So I guess I had two.
Not bad though. Half cred.
That daughter one, didn't come in until 30 minutes later. I thought I was losing that.
24 minutes left. I got a point. She's got a daughter.
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did. And you know what else you can nail, listeners? Oh, wait,
Are you
put
gonna say something
silence.
about 69?
No, I was letting them answer while they were listening.
Ah.
They're like, oh, I can
Fill
I
in the
can nail.
blank.
What you can nail is our Twitter and our Gmail email, which is F&L podcast. You can hit us up for show suggestions or general comments and
Like
what your
and
favorite. Tell us
subscribe.
who your favorite clone was in Orphan Black. Do that. You can also subscribe and rate us 5 stars on your various podcast apps of choice. That would be fantastic.
Totally can.
And then that's it. That's
And the
that
tubes.
episode.
And the Facebooks.
Yeah, the tubes, the books, the pedias.
Check
the
out our
grams.
Zanga page. Check out our MySpace.
Slip into our Instagram DMs. We don't have an Instagram.
Do we? I think we maybe do.
Well, if we do, we
Who's
don't
in
use
charge
it.
of that? Who's the intern? Where's that intern?
Joe. That's you. All right, this is a long episode. We're done. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week for another episode of First and Last. Goodbye.
Don't stop recording. I had to stop and restart my recording, so I gotta clap again.